Hey everyone, this is Discjunkie and it is pouring down out there. I got rain all over my glasses, and today I'm gonna do something a bit different which you haven't seen before, and I'm actually gonna take you behind the scenes of what it's like to actually shoot one of my reviews. I sort of tried to work this out and in my hand, and it sort of became like a video within a video within a video. You know, it's too complicated to try to explain. I have an iPhone, which you're watching right now. That's actually the footage being filmed. And then I have my regular tripod set up here. So now I'm actually going to show you while I'm shooting a review. And the thing we're going to be reviewing today is this VHS copy of The Abyss. Ironically, a film with a lot of water in it. And, well, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and start reviewing. And so now I'm gonna begin my absolutely amazing ventriloquist act. No, I'm just kidding. You can notice that I am still speaking, but my lips aren't moving, and that's because I've actually shot the entire review video at this point, and then I sort of went back to the camera to be standing in the same position as I was before, and continue talking about the actual review as a bit of a, you know, sort of overlaid commentary to the actual video being filmed. And it's kind of weird because I don't actually really know what's going on in the camera right now, or, well, yeah, I can't actually look at it at the same time. So here you basically see me sort of wiping off the table, because, well, there's always a lot of stuff on there. And then I pull down my specially hung up drape, or, well, it's basically one of these wide out blinds, I think it's called, you know, where you basically have, you put them in the bedroom and then, you know, you have no light coming in. So I basically bought a white one of those, and I know I mentioned this in an old video where I sort of talked about how you can create your own home studio, but now you can actually see what it looks like in place and from different perspectives. So then I take my VHS and I place it on the little drape, or whatever you want to call it. And basically from there I first try to position it a little bit, sort of get it as close to the center as possible. And I also try to adjust the tripod, because sometimes, you know, I have a tripod and I can't really put the legs out all the way based on, you know, I have to be able to reach around it, always a bit of hassle. But I try to arrange it a little bit so, you know, the angle looks good enough, so to speak. And then I basically start my review, and I always try to sort of, you know, pep myself into the whole thing where, you know, hey everyone, this is Discjunkie, and, you know, it's sometimes, you know, I just take a couple seconds to try to get that right in terms of the, you know, in terms of the actual tone and what I'm saying and all that. Another thing which is interesting, which is something that I do in post-production, and that is that when I edit my films, which I do in iMovie, you know, I go back and I basically try to frame the review by cropping. All the footage is being cropped. And I do that just a little bit, basically through the entire video. The footage will be cropped, and then I take the first frame and I take the last frame, or sort of the, you know, first segment, and I basically move the cropping to make sure that the VHS is always absolutely dead center. And that's, you know, one of these small tricks. You know, I do try to align the VHS, all, you know, in the beginning, but, you know, based on, you know, it's not always 100%, and it's sort of hard to look with your eyes to do this while you're shooting. So yeah, I always try to fix that in post-production by actually cropping it and moving it around in iMovie. So that's one of those differences which you will notice, and I can actually just crop it over to the actual final version, and you're not gonna notice too much of it, but yeah, I've basically done that now, so now you see the final footage here in the video. And another thing which I'm also gonna do, just to show you the difference based on the original footage to the new footage, is that I'm now gonna adjust sort of the colors in this clip. This is also something which I do in iMovie, and I'm not a major fan of iMovie, but it is a simple program which I've sort of learned to work with. So now I'm actually gonna adjust all the colors, and I'm basically bringing up some of the whites, I'm heightening the contrast, and I'm also giving it a bit more of a colder look, because I sort of want to get as close to a sort of cold environment, because it looks a bit more stylish and a bit more professional in my mind. And I'm also gonna heighten the colors just a little bit, but this is also based a lot on how the video actually looks to begin with. And in this case it actually looks really good. So I'm not gonna do too much adjustments, but I do sort of try to do as much as I can. And you can also notice that, you know, I don't know, I'm a bit stressed, and this is kind of an odd situation for me, the voice you're listening to now and this sort of running commentary, because I not really know how much time I have left and stuff like that, which is weird, because I'm watching the footage back live. I don't know, it's very hard to explain. But what I do in the final video, which you don't realize at this point, but you probably have seen my videos and noticed that there's always a lot of cuts within the footage, that you keep seeing cuts which might not make any sense. But that's basically because I go through the entire video and I take out all the little places where I stutter. I don't have a stuttering problem, but when you record video you speak a different language than your original language. You know, I'm Swedish, so American or English is, you know, something I just do for my videos basically. There's always things like this, you know, and oh, I sort of, you know, you stumble on words. And I always go back and actually edit out those things, which I haven't actually done in this video, or maybe I have. I don't know, we'll see. You know, if there's cuts in this video, then I have edited it for stuff like that. And if there's no cuts, then I guess I didn't edit out that stuff. So I'm sort of wrapping up here, and I'm trying to think of what else I can talk to you about this specific video and how I do it. But I think that is basically it. I didn't want to show you like a bunch of screen grabs from iMovie because I thought that wasn't too interesting, but I did try to include the little video in the corner here, so you're basically seeing, you know, I'm talking over... what the fuck? It's a total mind melt right now because this is so weird to do while watching yourself and not really knowing what to say. But I'm basically, you know, wrapping up the video now. And I for one hope you enjoyed this. I must have miscalculated because it feels like this video should have ended a long time ago. And yeah, I'm not really sure. I think I'm talking about the seams now or something. But basically, you know, the video that you are watching that is being filmed, this is something which is also uploaded. So it's actually gonna be the video prior to this. So if you want to go back, or well, I think you basically saw that video first probably, would be loving to hear what you have to think about this behind the scenes footage. And if it was interesting, if it's something you want to know more about. Not that I know what else to talk about in this video, but yeah. That's basically it for this video. Really hope you enjoyed it, and as usual, hope to see you all next time. What the fuck do I do now? Am I supposed to talk to the camera now or look at the... God. It's like a fucking Inception nightmare. I got a footage within a footage within the footage. I'm talking over myself and it's... absolutely fucking exhausting. But that's it. Really hope you enjoyed this review and making of behind the scenes kind of thing. And as usual, I hope to see you all next time.